Thank you so much. Once again, I'd like to invite you to take your seats, please, for our last session for today before moving to the gala dinner. Our next panel discussion is under the title of Building a Scalable Global SME Business Model, Mastering Tech-Enabled Growth. Okay. This session will explore how SMEs can harness the power of digital transformation from cloud computing and AI to e-commerce platforms and data analytics to build resilient and adaptable business strategies. Now I need really your attention to welcome our first speaker for this session, our moderator, Mr. Muhammad Abdel Hamid. He is the Managing Director of Sales Cubicle. Please join me in welcoming him to the stage. Mr. Muhammad is going to interview the panelists. Our first panelist for this session is Miguel Cordero, the CEO of mybusiness.com. Mr. Miguel, please join me in welcoming him to the stage as well. Our next speaker for this panel is Mr. Damien Bonifaux. He's the co-founder of Cogia. A warm welcome, please, for him. Guys, are you that excited to the dinner that you're not welcoming the guests enough? Please. Our next speaker is Oluwaseyi Kende Peters. I hope I pronounced that correctly. The founder of Powin and Tech Up Africa. Can we have a warm welcome for our next speaker, if she or he is here, which I guess not. Okay, moving to our next speaker, we have Daniele Schilero, the Associate Professor from the University of Messina. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Daniele. Next, we have Mr. Tabu Pitse, the founder and CEO of EBL, Institute of Business and Technology. Please join me in welcoming him to the stage.
Thank you.
Last but not least, our last speaker for this session, Mr. Madhurujia Kotoki.
Nice outfit.
He's a business mentor at the Abu Dhabi SME Hub. Join me, please, in welcoming him. Muhammad, over to you.
Thank you. Good afternoon. I'm so happy to be here today. I'm sorry for this voice. That's not my real voice, I swear. Today we are going to discuss more about the technology, how the technology is affecting the SMEs, and how SMEs should treat and use the technology not just as a tool, but as an engine to grow. But before we start our conversation, I would like to pass the microphone for you, everyone, to introduce yourself in one line, your name, your title and role, and what does make you passionate about SME and technology.
Okay, thank you. My name is Miguel Cordeiro. I'm a tech entrepreneur. I'm the CEO of mybusiness.com, which is a platform for empowering people and businesses to thrive in the digital economy, and I'll also work in media. We manage an entrepreneurship magazine in Portugal, empreendedor.com.
Thank you. Damien, please.
Yeah, hello everyone. I'm Damien Bonifaux. I'm the co-founder of Cogia. I'm an entrepreneur since ever, so I've worked in different industries and different kind of size of companies, and now at Cogia we're building AI custom solutions for SMEs and also for startup founders.
Thank you, Tabu. Yeah.
Hi everyone. My name is Dr. Thabo Pitse. I am from South Africa, and my speciality, okay, fine enough, I'm a qualified medical doctor. I've got passion for people, but from there I went into business. So I'm also a business and executive coach, and my speciality is to make sure that I train entrepreneurs, make them self-sufficient so they can run their businesses efficiently. And I'm also the founder and the CEO of EBL Institute of Business and Technology. So what we do, we focus on entrepreneurs to master their businesses, and also with the technological transformation that is happening currently, especially in places like Africa. We make sure that they are relevant with the world. Yeah, so that's what I do. Thank you.
Thank you. Daniele.
Good afternoon. Thank you, the AAM organizer, to invite me. I'm an academic. I teach economics in Italy, University of Messina, in the south of Italy, and I am working on digital economics and innovation since many years, and I hope I can give my contribution to this panel.
Thank you.
Hello, can you hear me? Yeah, okay. Hello everyone, my name is Madhur. I am a technology marketer for most of my career. I'm involved with the Abu Dhabi SME Hub as a business mentor, something that I really enjoy doing, working with founders and entrepreneurs on their execution challenges.
Thank you, Major. We can start with the first question. We'll start with you, Major, at the beginning. When SMEs need to start to expand to different markets, sometimes we lose focus and we get distracted by the tone of details that we need to take care of. What do you think the SMEs should consider when they are working on their branding strategy and digital marketing without losing the focus of their main mission?
Well, I would say, I'd latch on to what you said about losing focus, and I challenge that, saying that it's actually, digital marketing and marketing per se, can actually help you focus, on your go-to-market strategy, right? So, and why do I say that? I say that because if you look at how marketing has evolved in the last 10 years, it's increasingly becoming a science. You have access to so much data, you have access to so much capabilities and technologies that, that can really help you not only plan your product, but to also deeply understand your customer. And that is extremely valuable when you are looking at markets beyond that you already know. And that's something that, I personally am currently also working with some entrepreneurs in Germany and also in the European Union who are looking to expand into this region, and helping them gather customer insights, helping them understand the persona and the product market fit. So I think it's very important for founders and entrepreneurs to understand that digital marketing per se, or rather the digital capabilities of marketing, is actually a strategic lever. It's not an afterthought. It's the thing that you need to, bring your focus.
Okay, thank you. Anyone would like to comment on something? Feel free to jump in. Okay, my next point for you, Daniele. From a policy and economic perspective, what do you see the structural factors that can help or hurt the SMEs when they think about scalability?
Okay, thank you for the question. The structural factors that influence SMEs to grow globally can be divided roughly into groups. One group are the external factors like the global trend. If the economy is increasing, the global GDP is increasing, that is a favorable condition. Again, another condition are free trade. Now we are witnesses a shift in this condition because we are discussing every day about the effects of tariff that the US has decided to impose on the other countries, and this can somehow influences the decision and the strategies of SMEs. Then another aspect are institutions. the fact that there are clear rule of law, the fact that there is the copyright, for instance, and so on. In other words, this external factor define the external environment. Then there are the first specific factors, like I would say very important are innovation technology for firms, and also are important the resources that for financial resource that SMEs have. And again, another important thing is leadership. I attended a session, a panel, where they were discussing this in this portfolio. They were discussing leadership. Leadership is very important because from leadership comes vision, comes strategies, and to go global you need that. And then again, as I said, technology and innovation. Today you need digital technologies, you need platforms, and you need to know the market and the customers. That's very important. So marketing is a very strategic tool to reach the market and the global market. So what I'm saying is that there are several factors that affect the structural factors that affect the capacity of SMEs to go global. Okay, and some depends on them, and some depends are external and do not depend strictly on them. That's it.
Yeah, thank you. I might move to Tabu. Based on your experience working with thousands and hundreds of SMEs, what do you think the one or two main barriers that SMEs will face or might face when they are thinking about scaling, and how does technology can solve these challenges?
All right. No, thank you for the question, Mohammed. Okay, this is a funny one. Okay, we know that there are academic ones, explanation where this is concerned, but I'd like to get very practical about it. And the funny part, if entrepreneurs are sitting here and you ask them, what is the barrier to scale, they'll tell you the first thing is cash, right? Or is money. They don't have money. But I'll tell you, I think after not even a research, from the experience, there's a 4-pillar model that we actually use for scaling, right? I call it PECS, P-E-C-S. P for people. First of all, remember, you can scale. If you want a linear scale, you can use people. And then the E is actually execution. The C, this is where cash comes in. There's a truth to that. Yes, there is cash. And then the last one is very important, is strategy. Now, to answer your question, I think the very first two barrier to scale, two things. One, I would say, is knowledge. Everything that I've actually mentioned, for example, there are people who would say you can't scale, you want to scale linear by using people. You can't do that unless you've got people knowledge. So you need to understand people in a way. So human resources is very important. Same applies with execution. And when it comes to cash, which is very important, that entrepreneurs will complain about. You get entrepreneurs who are saying, I can't scale, I need cash. But when you ask them, your financial knowledge, where is it? Do you understand your numbers? They don't understand their numbers. So there are two ways here where cash is concerned as well, is that you either don't understand your numbers, or there are people who understand their numbers, but they've got their cash management problem. The last one I just want to mention, which is something I stress on, is the one called the strategy. Now, there is something which is a big problem that you call an opportunistic scaling, meaning that you scale when the opportunity comes. That is not how the scale works. It needs to be part of your vision and your strategy that you build in from the beginning. You actually, you keep working with it. Even when things change, like now, we have people we call BBTs, born before technology. You've been in business. Technology is evolving and changing so rapidly that your strategy even, you need to keep on working on it, and it will also change as the technology changes, but it needs to be part of your strategy in order to scale your business. So, so that's the model.
I would say, and these are the things, but the biggest two problems of scaling, I would say, is knowledge and systems.
Thank you. Um, Moving to Damien, I know part of what you do for startups is helping them to scale fast. What do you think the biggest mistake that startups are doing when they think to scale, and how the technology can resolve this and allow them to avoid these kind of mistakes?
Yeah, thank you, Mohammed. Yeah, one of the thing is when we're talking, I will focus more on how to grow with tech, what I call like AI transformation. There was the digital transformation, but now we have to focus on this AI transformation. What I noticed with SMEs, since they already have a business that's working, that exists since maybe like many years. They have process in place. They have things to do, and they start to realize now I have to go in the AI space to be more efficient. And the first thing they start when I talk with the founders of these companies and when they want to implement it, they start to identify, because they know their business, all these issues they have that can be solved. And the thing that they want to do is to implement everything almost at the same time, which is something really to avoid, because there's an adoption. I would think there was also the execution, and you have to take the problems one by one. For example, there was if I talk to a business founder, who will say, okay, I have an issue with my marketing. I don't have a marketing team. The AI or the tech will be able to help me in that space. I want to increase my sales team by doing the proposal. AI will be able to resolve this. Same thing, and they want to see this as a whole. Okay, we're going to do that in XYZ time, and you're going to implement it. No, we have to take just one issue and solve them one after the other. We call that we've built a AI transformation canvas. The first thing is to identify one bottleneck they have, and then we solve this bottleneck, and then we go to the other. So the mistake would be like to not take it as a whole, but one by one, because what we're facing, and that's an issue. That's something to be aware for the SMEs, is the adoption of this new technology that is going very fast, which is AI, and their own employees are scared of it still. And I see that massively when we implement our solutions to clients, is really the scarcity of the employees. It's very simple. It's just the scare of like losing their job or replacing their execution, which is not. Tech is really here to be a partner and not here to be an enemy. So that's the biggest thing to be aware not to do, is really to do baby steps and execute one by one, and it will go faster. And same thing, keep the agility that also a startup can have, and try to execute fast, because we're in a fast changing world right now.
Thank you, Damien. Thank you, Damien. Moving to Miguel, how can platforms like mybusiness.com can help entrepreneurs to grow from the local markets to the global markets?
Okay, perfect. So the title of this workshop is Building a Scalable Global SME Business Model.
Yeah.
We only can do that with digital. So we need to use digital technologies. Digital technologies are now reshaping, like AI and automation are reshaping every business. They are reshaping all business processes. They are also creating, so those business processes are being optimized and are being scaled, and they are also creating new business models, which we call them AI native business model or digital native business models, that will be the building block of the new digital economy. So this transformation is being very fast, and SMEs need to adapt, because digital transition is very hard to do. We have examples of this. 99% of websites in the world don't exist. They either are not visited, or they are visited by bots, or they have a few visits per month. And big tech companies, 0.1% of the companies have 20, 30, 40% of market share. The rest of the companies up to 1% have another 20 or 30, and the rest to up to 10% have the rest. So basically 90% of the companies that are working also in digital cannot scale and cannot be sustainable with those digital parts. So the goal is to be in that at least 1% of companies. And to do that is not just about technology. Technology is always there, is always evolving. Technology is an enabler. Technology is a commodity. Now we say, oh, I'm using AI. But I'm not going to say that in 10 years, because it will be AI, it will be like electricity or like a transistor. I'm not going to say, my business is using transistors. So the problem is a business problem. The problem is the art of selling. Businesses are here to sell. So you need to sell products and services to other people, and that is, it's failing. Hello, and that is the transition, the traditional business model, where you need three things to be successful. You need a product, a very good product, and if you want to sell it online, you need to. People want to buy your product, not just you to sell it. You're there just to. I'm here. This is my product. Come and buy it. Then you need also a good strategy. A good strategy is doing it by having the right market, studying the market, studying the product pricing, studying the channels, the digital channels that are augmenting even more with new technologies, because we have social networks, we have newsletters, we have affiliates, we have now we have generative AI, we have SEO, search engine optimization, and now we have another term which is GEO, which is generative engine optimization, because Google is not sending your link to your site, your click. What is sending is ChatGPT, and sometimes it doesn't send. So you need to be caught by the LLMs, by the ChatGPT. So this is changing, and the problem is this is changing very quickly. I'm going to the question. So you need product, the right product. You need the right strategy, and you need the right operations. I will skip this process, but what we want to do in mybusiness.com is to teach and people and businesses to how to do that, how to sell in the digital channel. And this is a part of My Business, is to teach how they do that, to get them to create and build their promotion within the platform, to build their engagement with the clients within the platform, and at last, we want also to connect them to not only to the ecosystem, but to global hubs, because all digital products, or even if they're not digital products, but they are sold by digital channels, they can be global, and they can be sold to the best hubs in the world.
Yeah, thank you, Miguel. I think there is a very common challenge for anyone who starts a new business. Even I faced this like 15 years ago. I couldn't understand or realize what is the direction, what are the technological tools that I need to use. From this perspective, what do you think the underrated technology or tool or platform that all SMEs should explore and start use to help them to grow? Just jump in.
Yeah, very, very good question. I think what I saw is oftentimes in SMEs, like the data are scattered. One of the big things was saying Miguel and also Madhur here, it's SME need to sell. And for that, using the data and the technology to put all this full automation, because now with AI and tech, you can automate everything, all your food process, and build a huge flow. For me, one of the tools, and there's great tools on the market, I will not name them, that's fully automated is a good CRM. Most SMEs, I was kind of astonished, don't have one. They don't use it. And inside this CRM now you can put all your marketing assets, all your marketing automation. You can put your sales team on it, and so that your marketing and sales team are connected digitally, and now even through AI to even create content, it's even faster. And you can build like crazy, huge automation processes with the tech that will give a great impact on your business and enable you to sell, to market, and everything. So that's, for me, that's the big tool that the tech and the AI, all SMEs should have. It's not overcomplicated. Same thing. It's like I was saying. It's execution. You can do baby steps. Start to a simple thing, automate your newsletter with a flow. Like when you have a request from your website, you can put a simple automation that will guide them. And you can also use that. You can even use AI to create that content. Now it's faster to implement these kind of things. So for me, this is the kind of tool I think I'll have great answers from my other
Thank you, Damien.
teammates here.
Yeah, go ahead, Madhur.
Yeah, to Madhur, I think.
Yeah, just to add to what you said, it's another tool that I personally feel that SMEs can benefit a lot from is, using those collaborative ideation tools. There are a lot of those in the market, and especially because we are talking global expansion, working across markets, and business just essentially trying to expand and grow. Using these tools actually is quite beneficial for the business because the knowledge is, brainstormed, ideated, and created in one space, and that very seamlessly integrates with your project management technology stack, with your marketing technology stack, with your sales technology stack. It's actually almost like a living document, right? And a lot of these are, again, I'll not name them. I mean, those are available. Some of them are free, and I honestly haven't seen SMEs pretty excited about using those or knowing about using those tools.
Interesting. Would you like to share something? Yeah, go ahead, please.
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
I'm going to say two tools. One is a tool and another is a technology. LinkedIn is an incredible tool for everything except jobs. It's not anymore for getting jobs and everything. LinkedIn is incredible to get connections, to get clients, to get responses. It's a social selling tool, incredible, which is not very explored by the main most of the people.
Yeah.
The other one is a tool, is a technology, which is API, Application Program Interface. SMEs should consider to have interoperability and to have their own data, and then to connect them to several key applications like sending newsletters and making social posts in social networks. This is very easy to do. For example, a program within your company that goes through a list of articles and one day sends it to LinkedIn, to Facebook, to Instagram, and everything. And when you're doing an API, when you're working with API with those companies, those services, you can scale that. You can scale the operations. So this is very important.
Thank you.
All right. I think one thing I'd like to add with all these tools that are being used, right? As a strategist, I just want to remind the entrepreneurs that it's very important. Remember, as you are scaling your business, making use of these tools, that's part of your strategy. So I think something that I need to mention is that just remember as an entrepreneur as well, when it comes to scaling, I think there are two important dates where your business is concerned. Scaling needs to be part of your strategy, right? So when are you going to scale, and also when are you going to exit the business? The reason why I'm bringing this up is that with the rapid change of technology we've seen as well, you've got this 5-year plan, you are going to scale your business in 5 years' time, and the technology comes so rapidly before even the third year, you become obsolete. You find that, technology has caught up with you. You are not relevant anymore. So just a quick reminder to say, remember, when are you going to scale? That's a very important a date that you need to do. And if I have to expand more on that, is that you actually need to scale as fast as possible. You need to exit your business as fast as possible. So 10-year exit plan, that's too long. 5-year exit plan, that's too long. You build that business, scale it as fast as possible, and also put it in a position where it can actually be fully in a position to be sold or to sell it as fast as possible, even if you are not selling it. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Tabu. Daniela, you would like to add something?
Hello. I want to go a bit deeper on what I have said earlier. And when we talk about digital tech, about the factors, the structural factors that influence the scaling, the global scaling of SMEs. When we talk about digital technologies, effectively we talk about digital transformation. Now digital transformation is a topic that we discuss every day. I made some research on digital transformation, also empirically, and let's say I got this result. Digital transformation is influenced by essentially by governance. That means by leadership, strategy, and also by capacity of changing the organization of the company, of the SME, because you must produce differently. You must have a new mindset if you want really to transform your business digitally. And also you need to reskill your workers. You must talk to them and reskill them. And even more, you must, as we said before, talk with the customers. So you can use this digital platform like customer relationship management platform, that give you a lot of information, data, and so on. Of course, all these new technology, AI, generative AI, Internet of Things, and so on, are essential, but you must know how to use it. Otherwise, you don't succeed in digital transformation. And what many reports say, also McKinsey and others, Deloitte, says that many companies do not succeed in digital transformation. Why? And that's the reason. I mean, they lack in one of these factors that I just mentioned. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Dani. So let's move to another very important point for SMEs. Whenever we think about scaling and a company in the US that would like to penetrate in the GCC market, or from Portugal that needs to have some activities in the US or in India, localization is a very important factor to this, to have this scaling process successful. But there is a dilemma for the startup owners or the business owners to define where to start the localization. Is it the product? Is it the team? Is it the messaging? What do you think of this priority to focus on localization?
Guys, sorry to interrupt. I would appreciate if we can have our answer like down to 1 minute each. Thank you so much.
Sure. Okay. Localization. Where to start?
Okay, I was very quickly in 1 minute. I think yes, it's about your messages, adapt to the culture. So you have to be very picky on who you're going to address. You can have the same product, same service. You don't have to change it at first, but it's the message you're going to put in it, like the wording, the marketing around it. So I think that's the first thing you have to do to adapt really and understand this new culture. And so you have to fit in that shoes. And the first thing to do would be like, yes, to adapt your messaging, your wording, your marketing materials to penetrate the market.
Thank you, Damien. Would like, Miguel.
First of all, when you enter a different market than yours, you need a partner. You always need a partner because it's very difficult. It's not your field. It will be much difficult, and in some places much more difficult, if not impossible. Second, of course, you need to know the culture, but you cannot do it with a partner. That's most important. And then, of course, you adapt the product to the market that you're going to enter. But that is.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right. I think another one that's very important, and I think Prof. Daniel said it, I mean, it's governance. Just to make an example, I mean, we know Starlink, Elon Musk, I mean, he's spread across the world, tried to get it into my country, South Africa, and he actually lost the bid because of how the governance works. We spoke about the partner, and what I hear is that he would refuse. You want to get into a different country, but you are refusing to actually go with the governance of that partner, that country, and also get the partner in the country. So I think governance is also very, very important. Yeah.
Thank you. Miguel, please.
Yeah, I'd say, crystallizing your value prop into a highly locally aligned message is very important. How do you show up in the market that you are interested in? And that all comes to your message, and your product and your business strategy, is a subsequent evolution following that. But really understanding how do you want to show up, right? So.
Okay. Thank you, Madir.
Yes. Product and team are key factors, are very important, but also the knowledge of the market, the knowledge of the local market is important. Networking is also important, and communication. It is also important as well. So again, I think all these are nearly equally important. But if I must say which choose first, I would say knowledge and communication. That's it.
Great. Thank you so much. I think we nailed it, that technology is an enabler. As we said, we always treat the technology not just a tool, but it should be your engine to grow. And the world is full of opportunities. Now it's very easy to migrate your business or move and expand your business from Asia to Africa to Europe or even to North America. The key is to define the proper technology and tool to use. Thank you so much. Thank you, my dear panelists, for being with me today. And if we have some time for questions,
we do actually have time for 2 questions. Anyone would like to? Okay. Production.
Hi. I see from the panels that everyone's from different parts of the world, and obviously, the question I'm going to ask is,
can you speak louder?
We cannot hear you. Yeah.
Hello? Okay.
Yes.
Can you hear now? Okay, so I see that the panels are from different parts of the world.
Yeah.
So it may be a silly question to ask, but my question is, where do you see the most growth, the most scalable growth, in which part of the world at this present moment in time, from your perspective?
From my perspective, it's not in Europe, unfortunately.
At least you're honest.
It's not in Europe.
It's
the United States and Southwest Africa. Those are the bigger markets because they have a lot of people. And United States we'll know how it is, but it's still a very large common market. And yeah.
Would anyone disagree with that or agree?
Okay, no, I mean, I'm from Africa, so I agree with Miguel. I think if you look at it as well, I think Africa right now, that's why they say that's one place that is ripe for investment and all developing country. There are a lot of opportunities. You could almost say like Africa is still behind. So if you're thinking of scaling, bringing in new solutions, Africa is actually the place where you can go and invest there.
South America. Sorry, what about South America? So I haven't heard much conversations around South America. A lot of people, a lot of opportunities, a lot of young people.
Yeah, very quickly. Yeah, I can take that one because my company is incorporated is in the U.S. in Miami, Florida, and it's a getaway for Latin America, and it's growing. Yes, it's a very interesting market. Even on technology, there's a very good resource there, and that's why there's also, for example, Saudi Arabia, Saudi Invest decided to take their office in Miami to have an open gate to South America. So to South America, America, and then Saudi and UAE region. So yes, it's a very good question because yeah, it's going to be a growing market, interesting in resources, and also, as I told you, the getaway, North America, South America, and to go in these kind of countries. So yeah.
Well, I'm very much African as Tabo, so I would cheer for Africa for sure. So thank you so much. Any more questions? I guess not. Okay. Thank you so much, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Let's pose for a group picture before leaving the stage, please.